Did you know that in between Christmas and New Year and Valentine's Day is the sweet spot, that period where breakups are most likely to happen? And it could be the guy breaking up with the girl or the girl breaking up with the guy. Either way, a lot of breakups seem to happen in that period because, you know, a lot of people don't want to break up with someone just before the holidays because they might have plans. And of course, they don't want to spend Valentine's Day, stretch it out to Valentine's Day to spend it with someone that they don't really want to be with anymore. And I don't know about you, but I think 2020 was a year of make and break for so many couples because there were so many challenges that you had to overcome. So if you survived quarantine and, you know, self-isolation together and came out of it stronger, then good for you. Because I know that was the case with Christian and I. We had a rough transition period because we were both working from home, but I think once we got over that, we actually started to enjoy each other's company. And we made a COVID baby out of it. So it was a very interesting year. It wasn't all great, of course, but no regrets. So what are the signs that he or she might break up with you? I've got a couple here. And look, if someone is going to initiate with a breakup, it's good for you to at least spot the signs a little bit earlier so you maybe could fix it. But I feel like especially if you're in a long-term relationship, when someone decides to break up with you, they decide months before they actually do the breaking up. So here are some signs to spot. So one is they seem to be extra busy or they don't have time to do things with you. So if you bring up the suggestion of a date night or you ask your partner why they've been so busy and haven't been spending time with you and they can't give you a really concrete answer and they just keep skirting around the issue, that could be it. Not like no one likes confrontation. No one wants to say, I've been spending less time with you because I'm losing interest. So that could be a red flag. The next thing could be if you can't seem to do anything right. So people who are on the verge of breaking up with someone often find more excuses to justify their actions. So if they feel like they want to break up with you already, they will pile on the reasons to validate to validate why they might want to break up with you. Okay, the next thing is he or she has stopped trying. So if your partner used to be very thoughtful or put a lot of effort in how they looked for you and all of a sudden they stop doing that and they just feel like they've kind of given up on the relationship, that could be a red flag that they might be checking out of the relationship on their way out or have already made up their mind. And this isn't always a one sign that indicates you're going to break up because relationship can go into ruts. So it's a matter of, you know, a combination of your gut, how he's reacting, how you're reacting to the situation. It's a combination of factors that will give you a clue as to whether or not you guys are headed for breakup. Okay, and then the next thing is your sex life is non-existent. So if in a relationship you need emotional connection and physical connection, so if he doesn't seem emotionally available, meaning he's not sharing with you how he feels after a bad day of work, or if he's had an argument with his family members, or if you're in distress and he doesn't seem to be present and there for you, then that's also red flag. But then the other thing is if they're not physically present with you, so if they don't want to hold your hand or they avoid holding your hand or they avoid sex altogether and say they're really tired every night, then that's also a sign that your relationship might be in trouble. So what can you do if your relationship is headed for trouble? Well, you can speak to your partner. I mean, open communication is the best way to nip this in the bud. So you can bring it up and not in a we need to talk kind of way, but maybe just ask him or her if everything's all right because they seemed a little bit distant or just didn't seem like they were really into the relationship lately, and see what they say. It's non-threatening. It's just a question that you have to ask. So asking these questions earlier might be able to save your relationship before they actually decide that a breakup is the best way out. So I hope if you're in a relationship that you've made it through and it all goes well. But if your relationship doesn't seem to be quite right and it's a little bit off, you might want to keep that in mind. If you enjoyed this video, leave me a comment or subscribe. Otherwise, I will try to be more consistent with uploading videos and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.